bots, welcome back to my channel. It's Ren. On the way in, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It's the easiest and the freest way to support your girl, so go ahead, get the clicking below. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Specifically you. Right now, I want to talk about living life on easy mode. Now, something that I'm used to embodying is lucky girl syndrome, but an extra layer to that is life on easy mode. Now, I thrive in ease and flow, and when I'm able to bask in that energy, I am so much more creative, so much easier to deal with, so much happier, and just an overall more pleasant experience, not just for me, but for everybody around me. What I've learned over the last few years, that easy mode is an option. It's a choice that you can just simply make if you so choose to. The first thing that has helped me live life on easy mode is to fall into acceptance. Because everything's happening around you. Life just always happens around you. As you got, for those who watch my videos, you already know how I feel about that. Experiences just happen around you. That's just what it is. The sooner we accept that, the better off we are. Because the moment that we fall into resistance about life happening, because it already is going to do that, when we fall into resistance for that, we really just kind of make those times last a lot longer and be a lot harder than they need to be. Whereas when we accept them, it's like, okay, this is just a passing moment like any other moment. This is like a passing moment, just like the clouds, just like a thunderstorm, just like a pimple. These things, they just come and go. Everything just comes and goes. And so the moment you accept that life is just happening around you, you'll find yourself falling into easy mode a little more and a little more. The second way that I live life on easy mode is having boundaries. No is a full sentence. This was probably one of the hardest things that it took for me to have the courage to do, because I grew up a people pleaser and I spent most of my adulthood as a people pleaser. So saying no had me shaking in my boots. Okay, it didn't even have to be nothing serious, and I still was shaking like a stripper, like really terrified to say no, even though I would have been better off saying no in the first place, because what happens after that, now I'm moody and with an attitude, and I'm feeling pretty yucky inside. And not only am I feeling sucky inside, but the people are around me too, because I don't know about y'all, but my energy changes rooms. Like my specific energy, I can command a room either direction. I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'll say that I like it best when I'm in a good mood. I'll just say that, because you can feel the energy in the air, and it's nothing that I do on purpose. It's really just kind of always been that way. When you learn to make a stance for yourself from the get-go and set your boundaries, and then don't let those boundaries be pushed, you allow yourself to be on easy mode. If you think about it, the moment that, for example, you agreed to do something that you don't want to do, you're doing things begrudgingly. Whereas if you just said no from the get-go and not even care about what the other person, how they're going to feel about it, then you would just be happier, because it's like, okay, well, hey, at least I still got my peace of mind right now. And peace of mind is more important than anything, because the same that we're expected to manage our own emotions, it's the same for other people. So yeah, you might not have pleased somebody in a moment because you chose yourself, but that's on them to handle. Those are the pieces for them to pick up. Like, you can't expect everybody to just lay down for you and be happy about it. So the moment that somebody says no, if you got an attitude about that, I mean, that's a you problem. But I'd rather it be you than me. I mean, I've gotten to that point in my life where it's just like, I don't care. Like, be mad. That's fine. Like, as long as you don't get disrespectful, we good. Because I wasn't disrespectful with my no. You know what I mean? I wasn't disrespectful with how I came at you, or I wasn't disrespectful with my boundaries. So as long as respect is kept, be as mad as you want to be. You can go huffing and puffing all you want, and I'm going to sit here and still lovingly watch you from a distance, okay? Like, I'm not about to get involved. I'm not about to try to make you feel better. I'm not going to do any of that stuff, because your emotions are your own, just like mine are my own. Because a lot of people, they have boundaries, but the minute you have boundaries, there's a problem. When you establish your boundaries, it's like, well, who do you think you are? But meanwhile, when theirs are met, it's just like, well, it is what it is. Let it be the same for you, because why not? Why not? Like, you're really kind of choosing somebody else, and you're just basically saying, oh, there's a rain puddle, I'm gonna lay over it so you can walk over and be dry. No, that's we're not gonna do that over here. Honestly, that's probably the biggest way that I live life on easy mode. Boundaries are so important, and and they make such a difference in our experience. When we have the control, we have the power, and when we have the power, we have our peace. At the end of the day, that's all we can really ask for, is just peace of mind. Like, everything else comes and goes, ebbs and flows, and our best bet is to just find peace and be blissful within it. Now, the last thing I'm going to mention today as far as living life on easy mode is being playful. Now, that's something that is so high as far as my likes and dislikes. I love being playful. For me, being playful is honestly the best embodiment of my divine feminine energy. And I love, love, love when I'm in that mode. As I mentioned before, my energy is contagious, whether it's on the plus or the minus. And so with my energy being so contagious, when I'm playful, everybody's playful. When I'm laughing, everybody's laughing. When I'm jumping around, everybody's jumping around. And so it really uplifts the entire space that I'm in when I'm playful. Now, every now and again, obviously, you're not going to get people to play and rendezvous with you and things like that. But again, as I mentioned with the boundaries, that's a them problem. That doesn't stop me from being playful. That doesn't stop me from having a good time. That doesn't stop me from enjoying and being present in the moment and getting in that good feeling state. Y'all know what I mean by that feeling state. It's literally like that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. That's what being playful does for me. And so I find that the more that I'm being playful, the easier life is, and the more that comes to me, the more people want to do things for me, the more compliments I get, the more attention I get. It's like I'm a beacon and I'm a magnet for all things joyous. And it's something that has become, honestly, it's been like this for as long as I can remember. I've always had some sort of magnetic energy. When it comes to intentionality, I say being playful is probably the easiest way to fall into it, because the thing is, when it comes to boundaries, it depends on your confidence level on how you're gonna proceed. A lot of times that's easier said than done, because like I mentioned before, I used to be shaking in my boots when it came to having boundaries and setting boundaries and saying no and not accepting and tolerating just anything. Like, that used to have me so scared. Like, I don't want them to be mad at me. Like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen if I do this? What's gonna happen if I say that? Like, it was just such a frenzy in my head about having boundaries. And maybe if someone would have said the same thing to me back then, I'd have been like, well, how? Like, teach me the way. But it really comes with building up your own courage and your confidence within choosing yourself. And the more ways that I practice self-love, the more confidence that I have in choosing me over and over and over. Because if I'm treating me this good, why would I accept anything less from anybody else? Because for all that, I could just stick with myself. Easily. I could just stick to myself and play and do all the things that I like to do anyway. If you need help with boundaries, check out my description box below. I do have my free Goddess Glow Up guide, and that'll take you down some different journal prompts and things like that to have you work into the healing and spaces that you need to grow in. Now, back to being playful. That's my favorite thing to be. As a wife, as a mother, maybe it's because I'm a woman, I don't know, but I love just being playful and basking in the joyous moments of life. Because you can be playful anywhere. You can be playful by yourself. You don't need anything or anybody or any specific conditions to be playful. Because a lot of times I could just be dead silent, like literally plain faced, nothing, like literally not even moving, and I will be having a blast in my own head. And it's not even that anything in my head is going on either. It's not like I'm playing out scenes or anything like that, but it's like I'm just giggling and all these things, is having nice conversations with myself and planning things. And so fun can look like all kinds of things, mind you. Like, don't think that playfulness just means like, oh, I'm on a roller coaster or I'm going shopping or this, that. Like, for me, it's just like I get a lot of joy with like planning things and setting up for my highest self type of stuff. So for me, I really can just fall into that fun, playful energy any given moment, because it's just it's up here. This is where it starts. It starts here, and then I feel it all up in here, and every now and again it's outwardly expressed through my body. Being playful is definitely the easiest one to get into, and it's coincidentally my favorite. I want you to practice on being playful as often as you can, and if you could just kind of get into a playful state all the time, where like playful is your base, you'll start to see how the world rendezvous with you. Like how I say that people love to buy me things and people like to, you know, go out of their way and do things for me. Like, that's the type of stuff that'll start happening because you're just so joyous and you're in that childlike state that it's like, oh yeah, let me go. The magnet's like pulling them over to you. And so people are just like, oh yeah, her right there. Like, okay. Like, and it's like they just find their way into your experience. And I love that for me. And I'm hoping to love that for you too soon, because it's gotten to the point now where it's such a knowing that when it happens, I'm not even really thinking anything of it because I'm just so used to it. And it's like, oh, here comes somebody else wanting to rendezvous. And of course, be appropriate, because like y'all know, I'm a married woman. If I go up to the gas station line and somebody's already put gas on my pump, thank you. I appreciate that. That's it. It doesn't take like going up, oh, let me get you. Nah, I don't need to do or say anything but thank you. That's ultimate magnetism right there. That's life truly on easy mode, where people are just truly showing up for you just because you exist. Just because you exist. So I want this for all of us, baby. So those are my top 3 ways on how to live life on easy mode. And I hope you begin to take these into account and practice these and live that magnetized, easy life that we all deserve. Now, if you forgot on the way in, it's okay. I forgive you. But on the way out, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. It's the easiest and the freest way to support your girl. So handle that for me. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, specifically you. Now, let's go.